When my son died, my daughter-in-law coldly declared, "Don't dramatize. Pack your bags and learn to survive." I lived in the car for 2 weeks, battling humiliation and cold. Suddenly, my son's lawyer called with shocking news. This call changed everything. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and let us know where you are listening in the comments. "This is my property now, Norman. Pack your things and get out." The words hit me like a physical blow. I stumbled backward, gripping the door frame to steady myself. Lorraine stood in what had been my living room for 3 years, her arms crossed, new keys dangling from her manicured fingers. "Lorraine, what are you talking about? We just buried Kieran this afternoon." "Exactly." She stepped aside, revealing cardboard boxes stacked near the window. My belongings already packed. "Kieran's gone, which means his charity case is over." The boxes bore my father's handwriting from decades ago. Norman's tools, winter clothes. She'd gone through everything while I was at the funeral, planned this ambush while I grieved my son. "Let's talk like reasonable people," I managed. "I need time to figure things out." "Time ran out when Kieran died. Learn to survive on your own." The cruelty in her voice was surgical. 3 years I'd lived here, recovering from my stroke, believing this was home. The guest room where I had slowly regained my strength. The kitchen where Kieran and I shared Sunday breakfasts. All of it suddenly foreign territory. A knock interrupted my shock. Lorraine's smile turned predatory as she opened the door. Clement, perfect timing. The lawyer stepped inside, briefcase in hand, expensive coat dusted with February snow. Clement stern. I recognized him from Kieran's business dinners. His eyes avoided mine as he set legal documents on the coffee table. "Mr. Kellogg, everything is legally filed. You have 30 minutes to collect your belongings and vacate the premises." 30 minutes? My voice cracked. "I've lived here for 3 years. As a guest. Kieran's guest. The house belongs to me now, and you're trespassing."
The Honda's engine hummed through empty Denver streets as shock gave way to crushing reality. 9 p.m. and I had nowhere to sleep. The heater barely worked, and I'd already spent an hour driving aimlessly, burning gas I couldn't afford to waste. Walmart on East Evans seemed like salvation. Bright lights, security cameras, other cars scattered across the lot. I parked near the back, away from the store entrance, but close enough to feel safe. The car seat reclined maybe 30 degrees. My spine ached already. February 15th became the longest night of my life. I dozed fitfully, waking every hour to restart the engine for heat. Around 3 a.m., a security guard tapped my window. "You okay, sir? Car trouble?" I lied. "Waiting for a tow." He nodded and moved on, but I knew I couldn't stay much longer. By dawn, my neck felt locked in position and my left leg had gone completely numb. The stroke's aftermath always hit hardest when I couldn't move freely. McDonald's on Colfax opened at 6. I ordered coffee and used their bathroom to wash my face, brush my teeth in the tiny sink. The mirror showed a stranger, stubbled, hollow-eyed, wearing yesterday's funeral clothes. The social services office downtown didn't open until 9. I sat in their waiting room for 3 hours, watching younger people with children get called first. Finally, a tired woman with kind eyes reviewed my situation. "Mr. Kellogg, we have a 3-month waiting list for senior housing. Emergency shelters require you to leave each morning at 7 and return after 5. No storage for belongings." 3 months? I had maybe $200 cash and a car full of possessions. My medications cost $60 monthly, and I'd need gas money just to survive. "Isn't there anything temporary?" She said, "Family assistance programs, but you'd need a relative to—" She stopped reading my file. "I'm sorry. Your son was your only family contact. The library phone rang at exactly 10 a.m., cutting through my concentration as I reviewed notes about inheritance law. I almost ignored it. Who would call me here? Norman, thank goodness I found you. This is Silas Drake. My grip tightened on the phone. Kieran's business partner. I hadn't heard from him since the funeral. Silas, how did you... I've been trying to reach you for days. A mutual friend mentioned you might be here. His voice carried genuine concern mixed with business efficiency. Norman, I just heard about your situation. This is terrible. The words hit harder than expected. Someone actually cared about what happened to me. Listen, Silas continued. I don't know if this helps, but Howard Brent has been trying to contact you, Kieran's other lawyer, not Clement Stern, a different one entirely. He says it's urgent. My heart rate accelerated. Other lawyer? Howard handled Kieran's business arrangements. Complex stuff. He left specific instructions about contacting you if anything happened to Kieran. What kind of instructions? I don't know the details, but Howard seemed... Excited isn't the right word. Determined, like he'd been waiting for this call. Howard Brent's office occupied the third floor of a converted brick building in Lodo, its tall windows overlooking the historic district where Kieran had started his business years ago. I arrived 15 minutes early, wearing the Goodwill suit I'd bought with Silas's help, carrying myself like a man with legitimate business to conduct. Mr. Kellogg. Howard emerged exactly at 2. A distinguished man in his late 50s with silver hair and kind eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses. But his expression shifted the moment he saw me. Norman. He stepped forward, studying my face with obvious concern. Your condition shocks me. Please come into my office immediately. He guided me to a conversation area away from his formal desk. Tell me everything. I explained Lorraine's ambush, the calculated cruelty of timing my eviction during Kieran's funeral, the 3 days living in my car, the social services disappointment, the systematic destruction of my dignity. Howard listened without interruption, his expression growing darker with each detail. She threw you out like unwanted trash, changed the locks while I was burying my son. Howard remained silent for a long moment and walked to a large safe in the corner of his office. His fingers worked the combination with practiced precision. Your son was a very forward-thinking man, Mr. Kellogg. He withdrew a sealed envelope bearing Kieran's distinctive handwriting. Kieran anticipated difficulties might arise after his death. My heart rate accelerated. What kind of difficulties? The kind that require careful planning and legal protection. Howard returned to his chair, holding the envelope like sacred text. Your son left specific instructions about your welfare, Norman. Very specific instructions. Instructions about what? About ensuring his father never faces exactly the situation you've just described. Howard's smile carried satisfaction mixed with paternal concern. Kieran may have seemed trusting in his marriage, but he was nobody's fool in business matters. I leaned forward, hardly daring to breathe. Are you saying... I'm saying Kieran prepared for multiple contingencies, including the possibility that his widow might not share his sense of family obligation. Howard set the envelope on the coffee table between us. The document I filed with probate court represented only part of your son's estate planning. Only part? The words echoed through my mind like thunder. Howard opened the envelope carefully. Inside were bank documents, account numbers, and a small device. Mr. Kellogg, your son left you $8 million in protected offshore accounts, accessible only through your biometric identification. Lorraine doesn't even know it exists. The room spun. $8 million? There's more, Howard said softly, producing the device. He recorded a message for this moment. The screen flickered to life, and suddenly my son sat before me, speaking directly to the camera with the intensity I remembered from his business presentations. Dad, if you're watching this, Lorraine has shown her true nature. I've been preparing for this moment for 2 years. The money she thinks she inherited,
That's less than 10% of my actual wealth. The rest belongs to you now, protected by legal structures she can never touch." Kieran's image paused, then continued with visible emotion. "You gave me everything when I was starting out. Your entire retirement fund, your dreams, your future. Now it's my turn to protect you. Use this wisely, Dad. Show her what happens when someone underestimates a father's love." The video ended, leaving silence broken only by my ragged breathing.
Have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted completely? How did you find the strength to rebuild your life? If stories of justice and family loyalty touch your heart, subscribe to Hidden Hearth for more incredible tales of resilience and triumph. Like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below.